Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Happy Thursday, Brigade. What is up? Welcome into a show that we are going to call a roll call Thursday. Normally on Friday, you guys get this, but Dave is headed to Utah tomorrow, so we will not be live tomorrow. There'll be a replay on Sports Grid. There'll be a best of replay on Sports Grid. No show tomorrow on YouTube and Twitter. I'll tell you a second what I'm going to be doing. We're doing a little something on our Twitter channel while Dave's in the air, so we'll do that. But how?
I'll be landed. I saw that tweet this morning.
You just go do your thing.
I
got it. You go do your thing. Who knows where you're going to be, where you're going to, what you're doing. Go. Yeah. Just check out for 3 days. You're fine. I'll handle it. I'll give them something fun to talk about and some content stuff. We'll tape it. You can hear it. More on that here in just 1 second. But Thursday means Roll Call Friday today, which means you guys need to go into the live chat and post there. And then Dave may read your name. You guys may get a shout out. That's what Roll Call Friday is. It's a Roll Call Thursday if you guys are new here. That looks like a Bulls jacket, but I don't think it is a Bulls jacket. Am I right?
You can't see that says Miami?
Now I can see it. Yes, it says Miami.
Yeah, this is the Heat jacket. The Heat
starter
beat
jacket.
The Bucks.
Yeah, we got all that coming at you here.
I mean, I can't believe it, but we normally do the show on Friday with the roll call. Everybody's here. We got guys making videos. Sonic, I don't even know where you came up with the idea. Outstanding work. Then Mikey Awesome only adds to it, lays a music bed down with it, does all this stuff. Wanted to shout those two out, especially at the top. Great work. Producer Farra is here. You're here. I'm here. Wanted to mention, too, Mikey Awesome celebrating his 18th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations. That's phenomenal.
So congratulations to Mikey Awesome. It's hard, like Billy Ho said in White Men Can't Jump. It's hard goddamn work, and it is. But congratulations on 18 years. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. So just so you guys know, just to reiterate, tomorrow we're not going to be live. We're not going to have a replay on Sports Grid on Friday. We will be off tomorrow. So taking the Friday, we'll be back on Monday with the live show like we normally have for you guys. Just a quick heads up on that. Dave's out, going up to Utah. Pack that parka. It's cold up there right now.
I didn't know this. I looked last night.
Cold.
I was like, man, I thought this was going to be a nice little get some fresh air trip.
It will.
A little cool off.
No.
But I got to pack the cold gear.
It's cold.
I'm going to be standing at the park watching her games. I got to bring the cold stuff, the beanie, all that other stuff in case it gets. I mean, if it's windy, I'm going to be freezing.
Yeah, I saw some of just up in Reno. I saw some things that were. I was like, whoa. It's cold up there. I mean, there's snow on the ground in certain parts of the country still. I was like, wait a minute, it's late April. What are we doing? So, yeah, you're going to see snow-capped mountains when you land in Utah. Gorgeous city. Gorgeous city. Highly recommend heading there. I would never live there, but highly recommend stopping by and having a good time and staying there. If you can get up to Park City is equally really nice. You can go up there and do that. So, all right. The NFL draft is tonight. Okay,
yes,
let's just get this out of the way. First round pick, it's going to be Bryce Young. It's already minus 2,000. By the time we're done today, my gut tells me that bet's off the board because it's happening. Bryce Young's going to go number one tonight out of a first quarterback for Alabama, taking number one overall. And after that, this is the reminder that Lovie Smith, and what time is it? 11:10, that Lovie Smith fucked the Texans.
Whoa!
Okay. This is just a reminder that the number one pick in Bryce Young should be Houston's. And the reason why it's not is because he won his last game as the head coach of the Texans just to stick it to brass and say, yeah, you got the number two pick. And it looks like they're going defense, but there's a very big discrepancy in disagreement as to who they'll pick with the number two pick tonight.
There's a discrepancy and disagreement not only in the chat live, which if you're here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Also probably in the Discord daily. What's the
BVBshow.com.
bvbshow.com. For the Discord, people are set a line every day on who's going to swear first, me or you.
Oh.
And you were a dog today.
Oh, sorry.
So just
I
to,
cash
just
it.
to let the
Yeah.
cash the dog tickets.
mine.
Dog tickets cash sometimes.
I was the
just
Miami
like
Heat.
the Heat did yesterday.
That was the Miami Heat today.
Yes, and some draft dog tickets are probably going to cash today. Lovey got them, got everybody.
We could have I could be one pick off. It could be 4 of the first 5 quarterbacks taken. I may be missing it by 1 pick. I said 4. I said top 4 picks are all quarterbacks. I said it in August. And no, not August. I said it in February, end of the year. And I am going to miss it by 1. I think the Texans, if they keep the pick, they go defense. But then right behind them, 3, 4, 5 could very well be picks for quarterbacks. By the way, did you know that Will Levis is from Connecticut?
No.
I just found this out today. I was watching the Pat McAfee show. I was watching Shrugs on the Pat McAfee show. I had no idea. He played at Kentucky. I just assumed the kid was a Southern quarterback.
No.
He's from Connecticut.
Connecticut.
The Patriots might go up and get him. There's a rumor in the world that the Patriots might go to 2, trade with the Texans, and go draft Will Levis.
Do you want that as a Patriots fan?
I don't know. I mean, I don't love it. I would depend upon, that means Mac Jones is done. So if that's the case, I'm not 100% out on Mac Jones, but I'm not 100% in on Mac Jones either.
Oh, man.
A Connecticut quarterback? What are we doing?
Have we fulfilled the quota of the draft talk yet?
No.
We're still going with
No.
this?
2 questions.
First of all, roll call Thursday.
Yes.
We do it on Fridays normally. Go in and put your area codes where you're watching the show or listening to the show live from right now. Please, I need to chat the roll. I need you to check in from the different places. If it's an obscure place, you can put the city with it too, but just the 3 digits are fine because usually, like the 412s, the Pittsburgh, which is up 6-2, by the way, on the Dodgers.
Oh, nice.
End of the day baseball game. We're doing the sword thing. I got to get a sword. This is unbelievable what they come in the dugout. I don't know if it's a home run sword. I don't know what it is. They got a jacket, which I'm not a fan of, but the sword is a cool thing. 6-2, Buccos top of 7.
Nice.
Phillies are leading the Mariners 1-0, top of 6. We got day baseball. We got all this stuff. And boy, we got a lot of people from different places watching the show. Thanks, guys, for being here. And girls. I didn't see Winning Las Vegas yet, but between her and Julie, they'll be here.
Have you watched Draft Day before?
Of course.
Is it the worst football movie ever made?
No.
What is then? It's up there.
The worst football movie?
It's really bad. Draft Day is really bad. It's a really bad movie. I know you're partial to Cleveland for some reason. You want to just go ahead and give the Browns some love for some reason, but come on now.
The Browns were successful in that movie, were they not?
They were.
Pretty fictitious movie. Why? Draft Day, Browns, Major League, one of the best baseball movies of all time. Cleveland Indians. Come on.
It's just making fun of the city of Cleveland sports. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why you just need stories, need that downhole, go in run for the Gipper type of story.
You didn't like Draft Day?
No, Draft Day is bad.
Oh,
Draft Days. Yeah, great. Necessary Roughness is pretty bad, but at least you get Kathy Ireland in that movie, so she makes it a little easier to watch.
Bad. That was great. There's a lot of funny moments in it.
Right,
Sinbad as an offensive tackle. Scott Bakula.
Okay, Siskel, we're gonna have to worry. No more thumbs up for you. Necessary Roughness is a horrible movie. It's a bad movie.
It's a little. It's a little rough.
There's a movie out right now called Ghosted. It's on Apple TV.
Okay.
Just came out. It's got Chris Evans in it, and it's got Ben Affleck's former girlfriend, Anna De Palma, right? Her name. I was arguing with a friend of mine who was like, watch this movie. It's really good. I watched it. It's awful. It is so bad. It's why it went right to Apple TV. It's a fine, boring, if you got nothing going on, you can watch it, mindless, blow them up type of movie with a very attractive woman lead. But I laugh because I'm like, man, people just I have a very high bar when it comes to movies. For me to call a movie good.
Problem. if you tell me a movie's good,
Yep, I agree. It's got to be good.
Not
right.
You're out.
Your
opinion
is dead. I agree.
Forever After is like,
because everyone said Super Mario Brothers was awesome. Everyone was like,
I didn't see it. I saw the movie, but
everyone was like, it's
awesome
unbelievable. Everyone was like, oh my God, this movie's so good. I was like, all right, let's go see Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. Everyone said Air was awesome. I was like, okay, let's go see Air. I was excited to go see it. Walked out of that theater both times. I was like, all right. I mean, I don't feel like I wasted my money, but I don't feel like I had to see that movie or I wouldn't see it again. Like if it was on TV, it wouldn't be like, oh wow, I want to watch it.
Right. Well, I might see Air again just to see if I missed something the first time, but
I can't do Matt Damon. I just can't do it.
It didn't work as Sonny Vaccaro. I mean, he was nothing like, Midwestern, Mid-Atlantic guy, whatever you want to call it. We got the geography lesson yesterday, and if you didn't watch the show, go back and watch it because
Otto likes Super Mario Brothers. By the way, yeah, people are gonna get mad at us for slandering Super Mario Brothers, but
they're not sponsoring the show.
Yeah,
so
true.
11:17 a.m. Fuck them. That's all right. It wasn't that good. It really wasn't. But
so
go ahead.
I want to get this because what's my Rotten Tomato score for what? For Ghosted? Like 20. Ghosted's bad. Ghosted's really, really bad. It's a horror. I mean, it's
low numbers, really bad in that Rotten Tomato score, right?
98. Like the higher is better. The higher is better. So I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and there was a guy from England that came on who predicted that the NFL and NBA drafts will not be eligible for betting in the next 10 years. That the leagues will request to not have betting done.
Why would the league care?
Because the league, it's too much headache for them. That the leaks and the things that are going to come out, that he said there's going to be a scandal at some point in the very near future involving teams that have proprietary information that are going to tell a gambler what they're picking. And there's going to be major movements in syndicates betting it like crazy. And the league is just going to say, you know what? This is too much of a headache. We don't need this. The draft works without betting. We don't need it to be part of it. Bet on our games. No betting on our drafts. Agree?
No, I don't think. I mean, it would be nice if the league could say that, but then what's to say the league will tell you can't bet on the games?
Well,
like, what line? What's part of the slippery slope?
Because one's a sport and one's not. I mean, the draft is not a game.
I would argue that the draft should never be bet on.
Right. So
I mean that's fine.
He's predicting he was predicting that in England they've already had these conversations about certain things that are unbettable, and he thinks that eventually the NBA and the NHL and Major League Baseball and everybody who's having these drafts that are taking action are going to realize that it's just not worth the headache and just only bet on our games. Don't bet on our extra stuff.
The irony in all this is that I've been saying this for 20 fucking years. Like, I mean, as the book, I've been saying this. We don't need to take bets on this. I would say leave it to the books to decide, because if you give the league the power, you give the league too much. I mean, they're going to tell you this, they're going to tell you that. No, hold on. We'll take the bets. You guys do you. We'll do us.
What if states decide that it's not bettable? You okay with that?
Well, it's going to take somebody with some major cojones in the state of Pennsylvania to say there's no betting on the draft in Pennsylvania, but they're doing it in New Jersey. They're doing it in New York. Let them go ahead. Agreed. And then once that goes a little bit, someone else goes, hey, Pennsylvania survived without taking bets on the draft. We should probably do it. And then it'll get momentum. I'm with you. As far as taking bets on it, whether it should be bet on or not, let's appreciate the draft for what it is. There's young guys that have worked their whole lives with support of parents, coaches. Their lives are changing. Dreams are being realized. New careers, new cities, new things are starting. I love the draft from that respect of it.
Yes,
but when we started talking about the betting, it ruined it all for me. I don't want to talk about the betting. I don't care about it.
32 kids go from being, well compensated due to NILs to being millionaires with one name being read out loud
tonight. The lives of their families, everything changes
instantly
tonight.
Yeah. Instantly. It's pretty cool. Volfan Dan, the question you're asking me, ask me it tomorrow, because tomorrow at 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern on our Twitter channel at Boston versus the Book. I'll do an hour where you guys can ask me literally whatever you want, and I'll answer it. Now, I'm going to have you guys come in, and I'm going to bring you up on stage, and you're going to have a conversation. You're going to ask me the question, so it's not like I'm going to anonymously let you write me a crazy question, but we're going to do just an Ask Me Anything for an hour tomorrow on our Twitter channel, Twitter account at Boston versus the Book, 11 o'clock.
I'm coming in and asking you a question myself.
So if you can, you'll be in the air. You land between 10:30 and 11. The likelihood of you getting off the plane and being anywhere even close to being able to be a part of this, I'll be
Game's
very
not till
surprised.
1 o'clock. It's perfect time.
Yeah, that's if your flight gets off on time.
Flight's going to be fine.
All right. So, yes, you're more than welcome to pop on in.
We expecting a storm here?
No, it's just, have you seen air travel the last 6 weeks? It's been horrific.
Man, this is just an up and down. It's an hour and 12-minute flight.
Yeah, I agree. Should be easy. Should be nothing. But, I mean, your wife was flying back from Phoenix. It was supposed to 45-minute flight.
She locked the keys in the trunk of the car.
That's true. I forgot about that.
I ain't doing that.
So you got that tomorrow. So just so you guys know that is what we're doing. So ask me that question about books and what I've read and gambling books I'd recommend and all that stuff. Let's do that tomorrow on our Twitter account, 11 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Eastern time for that. I think the draft will always be eligible because the offshores would have a field day if the onshores stopped taking it. So that's why I don't think they'll ever stop.
I mean, the offshores, at least are booking stuff. Like, I mean, and then whether they keep the limits low, I mean, you know, I got friends all over down there. They take WWE bets because they know people are watching it and they will bet it. Now they keep the limits low.
Yeah.
Do they take draft stuff? They limit the markets. Yes, they will. But if I can guarantee you, if you asked most people, most books, they'd never open up a draft prop again. It's not worth it. It's just not enough. Yeah. It's not enough handle. It's just not worth it.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. You're wearing the Heat jacket. Let's talk about it. Jimmy Butler does it again.
Oh my gosh.
They knock out the 8 seed knocks out the 1 seed. We have our first ever play-in tournament participant.
How about that?
Getting to the second round.
Yes, we do.
The last time, I mean, 8 beating a 1 hasn't happened since 2012 when the Bulls lost, when they had Jimmy, when Jalen, who got hurt? Rose got hurt. When Rose was out,
Derrick Rose
got hurt and he was out. Mm-hmm. And now we have a story that I'm blown away by. I mean, they lost to the Hawks at home in the first play-in game. Then they had to go on the brink of elimination. They win that game, and now they win this series against the 1 seed Milwaukee Bucks. Jimmy Butler, did he push off on the last play?
Maybe. Maybe.
He did, and I don't care.
Right. I mean, I heard something last night, and it's so funny because, like, the benefit of reflection and the vision that people have after the fact is crazy. But do you think that the Heat didn't play their best against the Hawks in that game so they could set up this matchup with the Bucks and avoid your Celtics in the first round?
No. No.
I saw that going around. They knew they could beat them. This is the matchup they wanted, and they did it.
Jimmy Butler believes he can beat the Celtics too.
Exactly.
I mean, Jimmy Butler, you don't care who he's playing.
The Bucks were up 15 points.
Going into 16 points going into the fourth quarter and won. This is the largest comeback entering a fourth quarter in a series clinching win in NBA history.
The story is as much about the Heat doing it as the Bucks not doing it and not being able to close out a game with a big lead.
Yeah, big leads, as Boston has shown and Milwaukee has shown, fourth quarter big leads in these playoffs are almost death sentences. Like, it's a bad, you want to be up by 5 going into the fourth quarter. Like, you don't want to be up by double digits. It's not good. You relax and you lose. The run happens. You can't stop it.
How is that possible, though? Like, it wasn't
Referees,
always like that, but now you see it. And when you're, again, I hope you guys are watching the stuff in game. You don't have to be betting it. Just watch the app. You can see
yeah.
we've made the case for a while now, and especially in the postseason. I don't know why in the hell you'd ever bet a pre-game bet in the NBA. The volatility is unreal. You can get a million different numbers and spread out money, bets, whatever you want to do, just in the fourth quarter alone.
But I don't think you should never take it, because if you want to take a position, I think actually it can help you take a position, play off of it.
That's fine.
So like, I think you can do it, but knowing that you're going to bet in game, like to bet it and forget it, I'm right there with you. I don't think that it's really a smart move to bet it and forget it.
Tough.
You should always bet it and then always be watching and always be willing to play off of it. Tonight, I'm in trouble. So I bet Boston tonight. We'll get to it later, but my daughter has a play tonight and tomorrow. She's been working for 4 months for tonight. So it's Willy Wonka tonight at her school play. It's an hour and a half play. It's longer than any play she's ever been in. My night is a little bit screwed. So I may be pulling up the phone and looking at just the score and what the price is and coming in on Atlanta.
At the play, do that.
Why not?
It's 90 minutes. Focus for 90 minutes. Turn your phone off. Seriously. Don't look at your phone. Challenge yourself. You're good with these challenges.
I do.
And all these other things.
I do like
challenge yourself to be where your feet are.
Someone has asked me that question
for
before.
90 minutes.
Could you ever do a challenge where you detoxify for 3 days and shut your phone off and not touch your phone for 3 days?
I may never turn it back on.
I couldn't do it.
What?
I couldn't. Shutting my phone off for 3 days? No.
Oh.
No way. Couldn't do it.
Chat. Could you do it? Yes or no?
3 days? Where am I, by the way? If I'm at my house, forget it. If I'm actually like on a desert island in Hawaii or something, okay, maybe. Yeah. But if I'm here, if I'm in Las Vegas, I'm in my house, no way. Never shutting off my phone for 3 days. Would never make it. Minus 5,000, I fail. It's easy.
Really?
Yeah, no way. I'm going to lose. So this is weird. There's disagreements going on right now. And I sent this to you, and you and I talked a little bit about it after he said it last night, that Giannis goes to the post game and he's asked a question about success.
Yeah.
And the reporter asks him, was this year a failure? And the people who I have said, or who I've seen ripping Giannis for this, I'm actually, I don't know. I want to say I'm stunned. I'm not shocked that Dave Portnoy said it, but I am shocked that some people in the media said it, saying like, Portnoy said, imagine if LeBron said this. Of course, this season's a failure. It was an unmitigated disaster, not even a debate. Just because you speak passionately and heartfelt doesn't make it right. Undisputed choke and a failure for the Bucks. Now, this is in response to what Giannis said, saying essentially that losing is not failure. Does Giannis have a point, or is he trying to deflect?
I think Giannis is entitled to his own opinion.
Of course.
And I think Giannis handled that as well as I've ever seen a high-profile NBA champion already handle a question minutes after your season is over. Highly emotional.
Right.
I mean, guys, think about it. When you get pulled over for a ticket and the cop writing you the ticket, you've tried, you made your case and this and that, and he walks away, you got a nice fine coming, you got to go to traffic school, you got points and all this stuff, and somebody says, hey, how do you feel? Like right then, in front of hundreds of cameras and a worldwide audience.
Right.
And he does this, and he looks up, and he turns it around and asks such a good question, so introspective, reflective. Is he deflecting? No, he's being honest. That's why I love him.
Yeah,
I don't like him. I love Giannis, and I give him 100% credit. I thought what he said was 100% dead on, balls accurate.
So if you missed the quote from Giannis, he said, it's a wrong question when he was asked, is this year a failure? He said, there's no failure in sports. There's good days, bad days. Some days you're able to be successful. Some days you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn. That's what sports is all about. You don't always win. Some other people win. And this year, somebody else is going to win. Simple as that. So that's what's causing people to say, well, you're wrong, Giannis. There are failures relative to expectations. I think it's a great life lesson that you learn from losing. And he mentioned Michael Jordan, 15 years in the league and winning 6 championships. So what happened during the other 9 were those failures? And I'm a big believer that we judge athletes on championships, on rings. What did you do? Did you win a championship? Yes or no? Did you lead your team to a title? Yes or no?
Is that fair?
I don't think it's fair, but it's just reality. I mean, just how we do it. I mean, whether I'm being fair or not, it's just how we judge an athlete as to whether or not you held the trophy in your hand. How you got there and why you got there is all debatable, but you got there. So, do I think Charles Barkley's a Hall of Fame player? Yes. Did Charles ever win it? No. Do I think he's an all-time great? Yes, but he never won it. So there's those, that mark on your resume, but it doesn't make you not a great player. But what he said about the fact that he wanted to go at the reporter and he stopped himself and he said, I don't want to make this personal. And then he kept going with this answer that was so interesting about essentially saying that it's about the work. It's about the journey. And it's an awesome thing for so many of us. If you're under the age of 30 listening and watching this show, it's something that I talked to my class yesterday about. It's just randomly. You have to appreciate the journey. If you can learn to love the journey and not the destination, a lot of life becomes easier for you.
You cannot control the results all the time. You can, we got guys that play poker and stuff in here watching the show. You can play a hand perfect and lose, have the best of it and lose. You can be a complete hump and play it wrong and bluff and do all this other stuff
That's how I
and
won
win.
That's how I won the tournament. Yes, absolutely.
It can happen that way in life. You can do everything exactly the way you're supposed to do it. Do the preparation, do the work, have the best team, individual training, whatever, and go get knocked the fuck out and lose. The winning and the losing is out of your control sometimes. Sometimes you cause yourself to lose by making incorrect decisions.
Yeah.
Getting, tight in a crucial spot. It flips the result. It all happens.
I mean, he could have come out with the excuse saying, I got hurt. Like, guys,
all of that. You could have had all those excuses.
I got hurt. Like, what do you want? I got hurt. I missed games. I missed multiple games. I was out.
The Heat get paid too, right?
Yes.
Like the Heat are pros too. Spoelstra's a good coach. Jimmy Butler's a beast.
Let's go to that because Erik Spoelstra last year appeared on a list that I was stunned, and now I'm eating crow. I will apologize. In February of last year, Erik Spoelstra appeared on a list of the top 15 coaches all time in NBA history. He was one of 3 coaches active in the NBA.
How are we measuring this? Wins.
It's just a panel of 30 NBA coaches plus former coaches got together to make a list to celebrate the 75th anniversary team. So they went ahead and put 15 coaches on there.
Okay.
Of the top 15 all-time NBA coaches.
So they asked 30 people.
Coaches. Asked 30 coaches.
Okay.
And former coaches. So they asked people who have been in their shoes. So their peers are the ones that said this. And I distinctly remember saying, what are we doing? Erik Spoelstra. How is Erik Spoelstra a top 15 all-time NBA coach? He lucked into LeBron James. He was in Miami. He was handpicked by the Heat, by Pat Riley. Come on. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm wrong. And now I am, after what he just did, he's a Hall of Fame coach. That just cemented it to me. He took an 8-seeded team without home court up against an all-time great in Giannis, who's won a championship, who had the best record in the league, and knocked him out in 5 games.
Is it a bigger deal because it's a 1-8? If it was
Yes.
a 4-5, it wouldn't be wouldn't be as much.
Not even close. It's a 1-8. Hasn't happened since 2012. No one's ever gone from the play-in tournament into and knocking out a higher seeded team.
It's always a first.
And Spoelstra's the one that did it.
Yeah.
And that is a huge feather in his cap. And that's something that you would put on his plaque of what he was able to do. Yes, Jimmy Butler's an all-time great, and it's easy to coach when you have Jimmy Butler, but he coached circles around Bud to the point where Bucks fans want to fire him today.
Completely unfair.
I mean, they want him out.
You got to question some things that happen in a game. I mean, like he's supposed to use a timeout and he didn't. And
that was with the 5 seconds left. That could get him fired. No, I might get him fired.
That was
malpractice.
That was a big mistake.
Yeah,
that was a big mistake. These things are fun to see. And then you go, wait a second, this guy's been in the playoffs like every year. This guy has championships. Yes, he had LeBron and that, big thing. But I love when guys get recognized that were not underestimated, or I don't know what the word is, unappreciated, maybe, just overlooked, maybe. I don't know. Super impressive. Super impressive. All that being said, they're dogs to the Knicks in the next round.
I mean, I wouldn't bet against them.
Is it all forgotten if they lose to the Knicks?
All forgotten? No, not even close. That's like saying that if a team makes the Final Four and loses, it's all forgotten. No. It's a tournament win.
Remember who the Final Four was this year?
Houston, San Diego State. Not Houston, sorry. San Diego State in Houston.
San Diego State played UConn for the final.
Yes.
Who was the other 2 teams?
Oh my, that's bad. Hold on.
You just said you didn't forget them. You forgot them.
I forgot them now, but because
you forgot them.
You're catching me flat-footed on this, so I'm having to use my brain. I'm not. I don't remember the Final Four. That's amazing.
You don't remember who San Diego State beat? How could you not remember? Who?
Oh, that's right. FAU. Okay.
Florida Atlantic Owls.
So they beat FAU, and then on the other side, UConn.
You remember who UConn beat?
They killed them.
I mean, you
it wasn't
remember?
Arkansas,
Look
right?
At the screen.
Miami. Right. They beat Miami.
Oh,
but see, that's how bad.
Fast you forgot it.
That's how bad the Final Four was. But I mean, like I would remember it after the fact. Like you remind me, I'm like, okay, I remember this. Miami beating the Miami. What Jimmy Butler did, scoring 56 points in Game 4, and then the shot he hit with the lob, which when the ball went up, I went, what the hell are they doing? And that ball looked like it had zero chance of doing anything until Jimmy Butler decided to rise up, push off, grab the ball, and lay it in one motion.
Push off. Did he get fouled on that too?
Maybe. Unbelievable play. I mean, just an absolutely unbelievable play. I mean, Jimmy Butler was running up to Bucks players saying, I own you. It was.
Listen, man, you got to own that moment when you do it.
He did.
I mean, that 56-point game was ridiculous because it was at home.
Yep.
Right? That was fun. When you get caught up in that moment, I'm getting goosebumps now just thinking about watching that the other night. I was like, wow, he's got this whole building on the edge of their seat. And he is making the shots after shots, telling everybody. I mean, you that's one of them ones you remember a long, long time. That was at home.
I don't know.
Go and do it on the road last night.
Knicks being favored, I don't know. Okay. I mean, put it this way. The Boston Celtics are the odds-on favorite to win it all right now.
Yeah, they
by a ways.
Even more.
By
they
a ways.
To move them more.
By a ways, okay? Like plus 160 to plus 320. Okay? They are the big favorites here.
Oh.
If they play the Knicks, I will be ecstatic if they play the Knicks. I don't want Jimmy Butler. I want no part of him.
Jimmy may be worn out by the time he gets there.
Maybe, but I don't want any part of that. God mode. I don't know. I don't want Butler in God mode. Like I don't want any part of it. Give me Randall with the bum ankle and Jalen Brunson. We can handle that. The bing bong will drop them on their heads.
We got some East Coast basketball in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference. We got after tonight, hopefully we'll have Boston, Philly.
Yeah.
Old school East Coast, whatever matchup.
I mean, Knicks Heat is old school too.
That's what I'm saying. We'll have Knicks Heat on the other side. Like we're talking like we're gonna have to go back to that NBA on NBC theme song and all that other stuff. Like it will be great.
John Taffer, right? Who did that? No, John Taffer is the guy from Bar Rescue. Who did that song? Chad, who did that song? NBA on NBC. The
John Tesh? No.
There it is. John Tesh. Thank you. Yes, that's who it is. Yep, that was close.
Right?
Yep. That's who did it. So Memphis wins last night.
Yes,
and
they did.
They do the unthinkable. After, by the way, Dylan Brooks sucked last night. Still won the game, though, with him sucking. They got lucky. But
they didn't get lucky. They earned that win yesterday.
But
they took
then,
it to them pretty good.
After the game's over, they guaranteed a game 7. Desmond
what are they
Bane
supposed to say?
Desmond, shut up.
I saw this on a rundown. What are they supposed to say? We're going to LA to win.
Just shut up. Don't say anything. Same thing with the Florida Panthers did the same thing today. They chose to put out a locker room conversation where Kachuk is saying, remember this room, guys. We'll be back here for game 7. Don't put that out. Leave that in your room. Like that's a story you tell after you win game 7. Then you go back and say, hey, Kachuk said it after game 5 that we were coming back and we're winning the series in 7 here in Boston. That it's like the Celtics when they put the money clip up in the Lakers locker room in the regular season and said, we're coming back and getting this at the end of the year. And they did. They didn't tell them at the time they did that. That money was up there in the rafters. They won it after they won a championship. They came back and said, we had to go back and get that money that we put in there. We knew we were coming back here to the Lakers to take our thing, to get our money. I hate this. Like, this is, you just woke LeBron up. LeBron played like, in his own words, shit last night. He said, I played like shit.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Everybody's using shit.
So he says it publicly. You win at home. You're going to LA. What are you doing predicting a game 7? Just be quiet. Don't do this.
So the kids like to do this stuff.
Oh, it's so dumb, especially with LeBron. Why poke that bear? He already did it to you once.
Listen, if LeBron needs the Grizzlies to poke a bear to wake up and play good, it's immaterial. I mean, I think it's some people know it's great for the fan bases. It gives everybody something to talk about content-wise, all that other stuff. What are they supposed to say? Well, we're going to try to go to LA and get one so we can come back. Like, do you want them to be passive? I don't know. When you're young and trying to knock off the upstart.
When this thing's in front of you, just watch your mouth. Say whatever you want in the locker room.
Look at your wrist right there. Look
at
that thing that you got on your wrist.
I can't see it. Whatever, I can't see it. Right. But it's, yes, I mean, watch your mouth. When you have a microphone in front of your face, watch your mouth. Don't say the things you're going to say in private publicly. Bane, Brooks, you're literally walking into one for no reason. Just be quiet. Keep the Belichick mantra going. Say whatever you want. Say whatever the hell you want. But when you get in front of the media, shut up. Just shut up and play your game. Let your game do the talking.
That's always the best course of action. But, sometimes, listen, there's more trash talking going on in kids' sports and stuff. Like,
that's great. On the court, normal. I'm fine with it. When the microphone gets there, and this is the headline, Desmond Bane predicts Grizzlies will return for game 7. Oh, right. Really? Matthew Tkachuk says, hey, we're coming back in this room. Guess who's flying to Florida with the Bruins? That would be David Krejci. Bruins are going down there to end the damn series. Okay?
Would have been nice to end it at home and not.
They should have. We'll get to it in a second. They should have. Oh, Mark, what the hell? But they could have held Krejci for a game 7 and said, look, stay here. If we lose, we need you. Nuh-uh. They're going down there to get it. They're playing Krejci in game 6. Like,
nobody
it's just
wants a game 7 except the dog that's down 3 games to 2.
Right.
There's nobody that ever wants the favorite and their fans and fan base, executives, offices, all that stuff. Ain't nobody want that extra home game, despite it being multi-million dollars. Every home game. Did you notice that the hockey that each playoff game, that's the actual profit on the season? Like for gate receipts and stuff, they have to get to the playoffs and then it's pure profit after that.
Every sport's like that.
I know, but like you run the risk of, everybody gets 2 to start. If it's a 4-game series, then they're done. So they get that extra 5th game. Like, hey, we got a 3rd home game. The Bruins, let's win it. They don't even want the 4th one now because they could lose it and be done.
Yeah. No.
So
yeah.
I agree with you. You probably should just zip it. Zip. You don't need to say it, especially when you know it's literally flammable, like to explode like a powder keg.
Right. It's kerosene onto a fire. You don't need to add it. You don't need to do it. Just let the sleeping dog lie.
Yeah.
And don't wake him up. It's just Florida and the Lakers. Boston wins game 6. Lakers are winning game 6. Just not smart. Bruins are winning game 6.
Lakers are winning game 6?
Yes. They're not going back.
You think so?
Yeah.
Speaking of winning, the Pirates just won 6-2 to take
nice job.
3 from the Dodgers and continue this magical April of baseball in Pittsburgh. This is unbelievable.
The word there that you need to highlight, boldface, and underline is April.
Listen. All right.
It's April.
God forbid this team gets to the playoffs.
Oh, no, then for sure. Then absolutely. But
I just want to get
April.
through April. That's all we're doing. You should tell the kids, let's win every inning. If we win more innings than we lose, we're going to win games. If we win more games than we lose, we're going to be in the finals and semifinals of a lot of tournaments.
Fair.
Shorten the thing. In hockey, we used to say, win your shift, win a period, then you win multiple periods, you win a game. That's all we got to do.
Fair.
So let me enjoy April, please.
Enjoy April. Before we get to April, or hockey, rather, the NHL, it is time for the Wager Wire Market Report, where we get to award the first ever BVB Wager Wire hat.
Excellent.
This
Excellent news. We're going to do roll call Friday on Thursday in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Around
Sounds
noon.
Good. Top of the hour.
Pacific time. Yeah,
Okay.
top of the
I
hour.
like that a
We'll
lot.
get to that for the guys that are here waiting to hear their name called or whatever. Go
before before we get to the market report, we'll talk about the NBA here, the championship odds in just 1 second.
Yes,
but
sir.
C Squared on our Discord channel joined it in February of this past year, has been highly active, posting tickets and interacting with our friends at WagerWire, has posted multiple tickets. I will DM you later today, and we will go through the process of having you select your colors, what you want from a BVB standpoint, what you want the BVB to look like. You'll have a WagerWire logo on the side. There you go. Just like that. That's one version. Okay. That's blue, red, green, and black with the black.
This is the original. This was the first hat that we had done with our original logo.
You had done, because mine was white. Your first hat.
Right. I had a black. Yeah. Black one. But that's the 3 original colors that you appear on our Twitter. Boston versus the book. Right behind you on your backdrop. That's the 3. But you can pick whatever you want. I mean, here's another model.
All white.
Base color hat. What colors you want the B's and you want the V to be. And then if you want to get crazy with the $sign, you can do that as well. But
it's green. You can either fill it in or you can leave it blank. So it's up to you.
Or you can outline it in different colors and different things.
Right.
Like just be creative. And between our guy that we, have helping us and stuff, we'll come up with exactly what you want best we can.
Yep. So our friends at WagerWire and us here with BVB, every month, we're going to give away one lucky person. We're going to give them a hat for one being a member of our Discord channel. To join it, bvbshow.com.
Excellent.
There, go into the WagerWire ticket channel, post a future wager that you have that you would like to be answered in terms of the value on that ticket and whether you should take your cash out now or whether you should ride it out, how to handle it, how to play it. And just for doing those 2 things for free, you will be entered into your chance to win a WagerWire BVB hat. The first ever hat will go to C Squared, who again, I'll reach out to you and you will be able to grab a hold of that hat in your own design. I think he's in Ohio, just given his moniker.
OHIO.
I think he might be in Ohio, so we'll see where he is.
We'll make a favorite for depending on, it'll either be Buckeye colors or
we don't have a Buckeye model, do we?
No, we don't. Well, I mean, we're close because we've got that white with the red, but we didn't do the silver or the black with the middle. Yeah, there's Buckeye models. There's going to be Bengal models. We can probably match that orange. The Browns, who wants that? But you can do Cincinnati Reds. You can do Cleveland Indians. Cavs. I don't think we need to worry about the Cavs for a little while. No one's really worried about the Cavs.
They're golfing, so
hopefully you didn't have a market wire wager report. Cavs ticket question, because you can throw that one in the can.
No, he has a Joe Ryan Cy Young ticket that he's posted.
Damn, what were the odds on that?
Plus 7,000.
70 to 1. What's the current odds on that?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me look it up.
And he's got a what's the other one? He's got a Rochman an Adelaide Rochman MVP at 35 to 1.
Rushman, the catcher for the Orioles?
Yep.
Where are those odds?
35 to 1.
Oh, really?
So he's got a couple of decent tickets. The Joe Ryan one's not bad.
American League Cy Young. Whew. Wow, it's down to 25 to 1, sir.
What's Joe Ryan Cy Young?
Joe Ryan Cy Young is down to 25 to 1.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he got good value. The books are you put a $25 bet down to win $1,700. The books the cash out offer from the books was quite low.
It always is. That's why you got to use that wager wire market report calculator. Adley Rushman is 30 to 1 to win the American League MVP.
Slightly down.
That one's going to hover around there because, I mean, it's going to, we had Ohtani made the rundown. Ohtani should make the rundown every day, basically.
When he pitches, yes.
He's even money right now to win the American League MVP. It's April 27th, and Shohei Ohtani is even money to win the American League MVP. So you may have to think a little differently with the Rushman ticket, but the
Ryan might be interesting. So, okay, the Boston Celtics now are plus 165 at FanDuel to win the NBA championship. The next closest team is the Phoenix Suns at plus 390, the Golden State Warriors at plus 500, the Sixers at plus 600, the Nuggets at plus 850, and the Lakers at 16 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this.
Why?
I hate when my team is this big of a favorite to win the NBA championship.
What's wrong with that?
They just lost to the Hawks at home.
They blew a nice fourth quarter lead as well.
I mean, I don't like when my team is this big of a favorite. Like,
why?
But the Red Sea is parting for them to get to the finals.
Oh boy!
Like, it's insanity that they're not going to have to face Giannis in the Bucks.
I mean, yes.
I mean, it's just wacko.
But
who wins the West?
Well, I mean, Phoenix got to play Denver.
Yeah, one of those two teams are out. It's incredible. That's what I mean. Boston's going to avoid. They're either playing Phoenix or Denver. They're out. The Lakers on one side versus the Warriors on the other. So one of those two teams are out. It's like the main competition is getting cut and whittled down.
What do you want to see more? Lakers, Warriors, or Grizzlies, Warriors?
Lakers, Warriors.
Oh, sign me up for Grizzlies, Warriors.
Why?
Sign me up for that round too. Oh, all the stuff they talked and all that other stuff and the chants and the singing the song and all that stuff last year. Give me more of that. And the Grizzlies would win 3 in a row against the Lakers to get there.
Yeah, ain't happening.
With home court.
Ain't happening.
They're not winning game 6. You're adamantly, you just keep shaking your head like this, like they have no chance.
I don't think Lakers are winning at home. Lakers are closing them out.
Really?
Yeah. I don't see that team having the ability to go in there and win that game. There's levels to this stuff, and I don't think Memphis has got that. I like Memphis. I just don't think they got it to go. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think that they're going to win game 6. Lakers, Warriors. I mean, I'm actually going to.
You didn't even mention the Knicks at 15 to 1 or what does that say? 19 to 1. I'm sorry. And the Sacramento Kings are now 120 to 1. That's a wrap, huh?
That's a wrap.
Don't even. All those Kings tickets were pretty much
done.
Kaput. Shit. Caca. Done.
It sucks. That was a bad loss last night. That was it. That was too bad. That was like, man, you had it and you, damn it, like you could have, but No, you didn't get it done. I don't know. I mean, is there any value on betting on Boston right now at plus 165?
They're your team. You don't even want to even mention that they're favored. How the hell can you bet them at plus 165? What if they lose to the Hawks tonight?
Why? Here's a question. So Boston tonight is -7 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
To win tonight. The money line for Boston is -290. The money line for the Celtics to win the series is -2,500.
Wow,
why isn't there a correlation?
Somebody fat fingered that.
Okay. That's wrong.
I mean, the money line, they win the series by winning tonight.
Correct. So why is the series price -2,500 and tonight is -290?
I have to ask whoever hit that button why they put an extra 0 on there.
On the other side, the Hawks are 12-1 to win the series.
Oh, so they're trying to get some Hawks money to win the series?
I don't know. Hawks are plus 235 to win tonight. They'd go back to Boston for a game 7 where they're 12-1, which they're probably going to be like plus 300 or plus 400 dogs.
Oh, bigger.
Bigger than that? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what was the line for game. They closed 13 in game 5.
Yeah.
Boston it was minus 700
somewhere in that range. Yeah,
somewhere in that neighborhood. So minus 700 and minus 290. I mean, put that in a parlay calculator, and that's what the series price should be, I guess. But my God, there were people all over that were making what looked like a good case for Milwaukee to be a bet at plus 120 yesterday to win the series.
I mean, they were 12-point dogs yesterday, the Heat. Heat were 12-point dogs. This run of either bet the dog or lay the points is unbelievable. The favorite doesn't cover. The favorite's not winning. Like there's been 3 games so far that I can remember so far that the favorite has won and not covered. It's nuts right now. Point
I wouldn't bet Boston to win it all right now at that price.
Or nor would I. Just bet them and roll it over.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's bet, roll it over. Bet, roll it over.
Yeah, I hate those plus 160s. And like
just bet the series.
You still got to win.
Yeah.
What? 12, 13 games. They got to win tonight, then they got to win 12 more against much better opponents. You have them advancing past the Sixers way too easy. I think
14-7 last year. Embiid's hurt. Home court. Boston will have their full attention. Boston hates Philly.
They've been resting now for a while your Celtics can't close out a series.
Great, which is great. Crazy. Let them get nice and comfortable.
All right.
They'll go to Boston in game 1 and get absolutely blown off the floor.
Oh, my.
One team playing playoff basketball, the other team in the ice, tank, trying to get the knee right.
Just rest up. Rest up, son.
Yeah, you need it. Get Fat Boy Harden. Need him. He needs as much rest as you can get on him.
He's probably been shooting for 2 days straight, hanging out.
Which is phenomenal because he's always due to have 1 good game and 5 bad ones. So
knock it down, James.
Yeah. I'm way more nervous about Maxey, and that's where you put Marcus Smart on him, and we're good. So, WagerWire is a marketplace. You guys can sell your online sports bets. You'll be able to buy other people's bets at a discount to current odds. Forget hedging, forget cash outs. If you want to lock in profit on a bet, you'll soon be able to on WagerWire. Sell all or even part of your action anytime, all the way up to the final buzzer. WagerWire was invented by 3 good friends who all went to UCLA, Zach, Travis, and Guy, a couple of whiz kids who are hell-bent on giving you a new way to make money on your sports bets. WagerWire.com. Okay. Let's go and talk some hockey so I can get rid of this disgusting thought and pain in my heart. I don't know what Allmark was doing. You have to explain to me why. I know he scored a goal. Okay, I understand that goalie goals are cool and goalies with the puck on their stick, but fire that thing into the stratosphere. What are you trying to do by being cute?
First of all, did you see it take a skip before it got to him?
Yeah.
All right. The puck was not flat, and it jumped Guarantee it caught him by surprise. Second of all, at that point, you almost shouldn't touch it, but you shouldn't do what he did. The other thing is you can't risk sending it because if you send it over the glass untouched, it's a penalty.
Rather that than what happened.
Take a penalty for flipping the puck over the net?
I'd rather take a penalty and let the Bruins with the number 1 penalty kill in the NHL, who I believe they've killed 49 of 50 power plays. Yeah. I'm 100% comfortable putting the Bruins PK out there in overtime because it's not 4-on-3, it's 5-on-4. And I would so much have rather have seen Ullmark take a penalty than do what he did and give Tkachuk that goal.
And it had to be Tkachuk too, right? On top of everything else, it had to be the guy that just talk about a poking the bear. I mean, he pokes the bear every shift, chirping, blah, 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 blah. Probably love him if he's on your team, but you can't stand him when your team's playing against him. Sometimes you just gotta I mean, I think The Rock said it best in wrestling, like know your role. Stay in the net. Stay in the net. It's overtime. Just let it swing around the boards. Right?
Just leave it alone. Just I mean, my goodness gracious. And is there a game 7?
I mean, for your sake, I hope not. For the Bruins' sake, I hope not. But the seed of doubt is there. I don't think so. I thought the Bruins would win.
Seed's not doubt there for me. Seed of doubt will be there if they lose game 6. Just like Boston, just like when the Bruins went to Florida for game 3. I said, if the Bruins lose game 3, I'll be nervous. They didn't lose game 3.
Right.
They're going there for game 6. Until they lose it, I'm not nervous. Going to a game 7, I'll be nervous. Game 6, not nervous. Bruins will win.
I like the fact that they got the boys all back together. Krejci going down there.
They outshot them in shot attempts. They had 90 shot attempts, I believe. It was like 90-30.
Yeah, get the puck to the net.
I mean, I'll give credit. Bobrovsky he gave up 3 goals, but he played
good.
Could have given up 10. The Bruins had multiple high-risk chances. The first goal that Ullmark gave up was a stupid play as well. I mean, he's got to get out of it. Stop touching the puck. Leave it alone.
And humans are humans. Goalies are people too. They can make mistakes sometimes. Stop the puck. That's what we need you to do. Yeah. We don't need you to play the puck. We need you to stop the puck. Brother Dan's not in the chat right now. We're going to do Roll Call Friday here as soon as we transition to the next story.
Let's do one more and then we'll get into it.
Okay. So
Seattle beats Colorado like I thought last night. Kraken are 1 win away from knocking out the defending champs.
The Kraken, baby.
What's Seattle going to be like? First ever playoff series, first ever elimination game in franchise history.
Sorry, I dropped everything here. You always remember the first one. We've talked about this in many different aspects of life. This game is going to be unbelievable.
It really is.
I mean, that first home game in game 3 is one thing. And it was, you could feel it through the TV. You could feel it. Like, I remember that hype when the Penguins made it to the playoffs for the first time, as like me going to all the games as a season ticket holder and actually thinking you could win. But when you're at a game that you could actually win a series for the first time, let alone as the lowest seed, as a low seed against a high seed, the favorite, co-favorite, whatever, to win the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, if we got anybody that's even remotely close to living up there or being up there, put it in the chat what you think it's going to be like. It's going to be sick.
It is.
It's going to be a crazy scene. They can win.
They are going to win. I told you yesterday. They're going to win. I think Colorado was going to lose last night, and I think they're in big trouble.
Oh, man. This is Friday night.
They're getting McCarr back, which is big.
Minus 150
for Colorado.
Avalanche.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. Sure.
Minus 150.
Remember, Seattle is a much better road team. I think Seattle can win game 7 in Colorado.
That can definitely happen.
They're a better road team than they are at home. For whatever reason, they just play better away from home.
Yeah.
They like that road environment. But it's going to be rocking on Friday night in Seattle. That's going to be a ton of fun. All right,
Game was 3-2 final.
Yep.
Went under to 5.5.
Yep.
The total in the game is 6. Painted 6. The danger of it going over.
Pull the goalie elimination day.
Multiple empty netters will get you there.
Yep.
But I think it's another under game. They're a different team without McCarr.
Definitely. He's the point person for everything. He's their quarterback.
Takes all the ice time. I mean, he's probably close to 30 minutes a game. A guy like that's hard to replace on a one notice. Like, such a bad decision to do that hit and taken out for that game. But I don't know. You got to, to beat a champ, you got to beat the champ.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Beat the champ. When they took out the Bucks last night, the Heat did. Seattle takes out the Avalanche. Just say it multiple times. Oh my goodness.
Go ahead and do roll call Friday because I could do something while you're doing this. It could be really kind of crazy if I could pull this off while you're
really.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got let's see. All right, we'll start. I went way back here in a little bit in the chat, so we make sure we get the beginning guys, and then we'll get towards the end, boys and girls. Tahuddy, 93 in the Cleveland, 216. Kyle Meyer in the 541. J. Dow Betts, 410, St. Michael's, Maryland. Chris Auto at PSU Auto, 724. Brommel Camp representing the Midwest, Iowa, 319. And Brommel Camp, tell the people, I mean, seriously, Iowa is the Midwest. There's no other Midwest than Iowa. It's not anything else. Austin Nakbar, 785. Vinny Konowinski, 260 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Roger Long, again, one of our senior members, 765. JPC 4th in the 313. Chef Benny, as always. I don't have his area code. Oh, the 401, sorry. Mikey Awesome, again, congratulations on your 18th wedding anniversary. ODU 757. Linus Crimmage in the 905. Winning Las Vegas. Great to see you as always. Thank you for being here. And at some point, we're going to have that meetup, whether it's lunch or coffee or something like that, in the 702. Heath Bierce, 309 in Moline, Illinois. How about that? Santana down in the 928, Yuma, Arizona. Things are heating up down there. Brandon S. in the 702. Sports Avenger, 724. Home of the first place, best record in the National League, Pittsburgh Pirates. Sonic in the 602. Amazing work today, by the way, sir. Cannot wait to come down to Arizona and spend a little bit of time with you. I think we got a lot of things to talk about. Sean Schuyler, 908. Josh Garland, 773. Andy Caston, now in the 702. Andy, welcome, sir. We got a few things to talk about as well, and hopefully some come and go merch might be exchanged there. Eron Sean, 703. SoCal DGen, driving to and from work. Now listening to the show, always a big help, 949. Andy O, 884. John, another 724. Brian Barton, 724. George Mason, up in the 902. PEI Canada. Do you know where the PEI is, Perrault? Do you know where that's
Prince Edward's Island.
That is really far up there. That is east.
It's not that far. Yeah,
it
is way east. It's Atlantic time zone.
And for people that don't know, the Atlantic time zone is 1 hour ahead of East
Eastern
Coast time
zone,
which stinks to watch sports. West Coast time zone is still the best sports place to watch watch sports. James Hariliak, 780. Alan Smedtana, 507. Mankato, Minnesota. Hey, man, nothing personal, but your hockey season is ending tomorrow night in Minnesota as the Dallas Stars will advance.
I agree.
Zach the Hat, he watches draft day every year on draft day.
Oh, wow.
He said it's actually pretty good.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay.
Bad movie. No.
All right. A bad movie. All right. Let's get down to the bottom and work our way up. We got JS, parentheses, CBW in the 315 Central, New York. JC from KC, originally from KC, but now in the 216. James Berger, 563. NJ700 South Jersey is in the 856. Vol fan Dan, welcome as always, sir. He's always one of the first ones lined up, ready to go, not just on Roll Call Thursday or Friday, but every day in the 865. Thank you, sir. Whitrock holding it down right in the heart of the Midwest. Bonvie, 519 Amherstburg, Ontario.
Yep.
Perrault, we're getting big up in Canada. I really like what we're doing up there.
I would agree.
BetSmart US, Tyler, 865 Cuz, always representing Cuz, and Richard Kalish in the 520 Tucson, Paulo Da Silva in Hamilton, Ontario, 647, Ryan Andrew Fletcher, 703 Northern Virginia. Perrault, you know a little bit about Northern Virginia, don't you?
I do. I live there. Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
Yes, loved it.
All right, maybe we'll go back and do a show.
I could live in DC.
That's a different beast.
Northern Virginia. It is Northern Virginia is DC. It's the same thing.
Akbar, my guy here. That's about it right now. That's gonna do it. I mean, if I didn't get you, keep put your name and area code in there. We'll try to get there. Trying to get some plans nailed down. People got places to go and people to see. Hopefully we can get together and do one of these. So
while I was trying to accomplish that, because I just got the notification that I got off the U2 wait list to buy tickets at the Sphere. So I was trying to do that while you were doing the roll
Did
call.
you get them?
No, it's too complicated. Again, they screwed this thing up again. They screwed it up with Taylor. They're screwing it up with U2. It's annoying. They keep on adding dates for U2 at least. It's hopefully at some point they'll fix it or whatever. Once I'm done with the show, we'll see if I can go ahead and get it, because my uncle, who is my greatest influence on my life, lives in Northern California, teaches at Cal Berkeley, and is a writer and has inspired me to chase my dreams from a very young age, is responsible for my radio career, literally. He's also responsible for my love of U2, and he got me into U2 very young. And this concert is Octum Baby at the Sphere, and it's not like, are we going? It's just like, which date are we going to?
Oh, okay.
Like how much money are we gonna have to spend to go to this? Because they're going to be a Dell type of cost for tickets.
Oh God.
But it's going to be it's from all accounts, it's going to be the best concert that Vegas has ever seen from a visual standpoint. We've never seen anything like the Sphere in terms of the experience that we're gonna have. So looking forward.
I hope it lives up to the billing.
I hope so too. I think it will. But
the
for my
danger
uncle
about
and I,
seeing these people, not that they're past their prime, but it's
they're old. The drummer Larry's not showing up. He's doing other stuff. He's not going to be there for a while. Yeah, and YouTube people are mad. Diehard YouTube fans are like, it's not, Larry's not going to be there. It's not the whole thing. It's just the Edge and U2 and Bono, and why? I'm good with it. As long as Bono's there and the Edge is there, I'm good.
But you got to respect that though a little bit,
Yep.
right? Like, I can't do it like I used to do it, so I don't want to do it and misrepresent. Like, go out at the top, right? Like a lot of time, I'll never.
They're going to make $1 million a show.
I understand, but sometimes the money. I mean, if you're doing it for the money, that's fine. And I saw Frank Sinatra.
Right.
His family trucked him out there at 79.
Wow.
And I went with my mom, and I left almost in tears because she was so disappointed. He couldn't remember the words to New York, New York.
Really?
They had monitors with teleprompters, and he got stuck halfway through New York, New York.
Wow.
And it was like, I turned to my mom. I said, "Can we go?" And she's like, "I think we should go." Like, she wanted to cry. She loved Frank.
Yeah. Willie Nelson was like that when I saw him. I was there to see the opener, and I wasn't there to see Willie Nelson, but when I was like, what is he saying? Same thing with Bob Dylan. I saw Bob Dylan late in his career too. And I was like, I can't understand what Bob is saying.
He's not making no sense.
He's just like, what are you saying? It's not words. Like, these are not lyrics that you're singing. Like, you're just singing the melody. And I hear you. But seeing Octum Baby, I saw U2 for my 40th birthday play Joshua Tree start to finish. Foxborough floor at Gillette.
Oh,
unbelievable. Super fun. So now they're playing Octum Baby start to finish, which is my favorite album of all time. It's
okay.
the
There you
album
go.
for me. So I will shell out ridiculous amount of money to go see this concert, and supposed not a bad seat in the house and everything else. So like I was trying to do that while you were doing Roll Call Friday, but I was unsuccessful. Hopefully later today, maybe I can pull it off. It's not the same because this is a me thing, not a daughter thing. I was way more stressed about getting Taylor tickets than
Right.
I'll find my way to a YouTube concert.
It will work.
There's
Like,
20 dates. Like I'll get in. Like it's
exactly.
a lot
And
different.
the other thing that, I've gone through this with Jessica multiple times and other people that I know, just do it, whatever it costs.
Yes, I agree.
It's for you're buying a memory and a
You can-
feeling that's forever. Like,
After doing Taylor with Madeline, I could not. I spent way more money on that than I ever thought I ever would spend on a single event, and I would have paid double for what
right.
for what I came out with it. I would have paid double.
Exactly.
It was the most magical moment. Like I still watch the videos now. I go, this is insane. Like she wants to go in LA. Like she's like in August. She's like, can we go going on? I'm like, I don't know. So we'll see where the show is. We need a sponsor.
Right.
We get a sponsor. We'll go to LA.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
We need a sponsor to do a lot of things. Our summer plans may be a little bit on hold because we may be having to continue to do shows nonstop and hustling with these calls and all these other people. Got to go see a guy with chickens and all this other stuff. So we're going to have to work it out. Wow, he clicked the wrong tab. We didn't even get the benefit of him having a funny face or a screen or anything right now. He closed his own tab. How do you even do that? You guys understand? Well, I froze. Look at that. Oh my, that face was no good. I make those faces all the time during the shows. Incredible. Oh, he's back. I hear him. He's coming back soon. Whew, okay.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't you?
Wasn't me. Shaggy.
Wasn't me.
Shaggy said it.
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Okay. So let's get to tonight. Oh, no, actually, you know what? We're going to talk about the topic that we had at the end of the show that was not on Sports Grid.
Yes.
Put it on Sports Grid
right now.
So we had this conversation about Fanatics and Better going into Massachusetts.
Yes.
And the question that I asked you, can you go into a market late and be successful as a sports book because they're going in quite late?
And the answer to the question with BVB bonus time, which, by the way, is the rest of the show after we sign off on the Sports Grid replay, that you only get if you subscribe, listen, watch live. That's where we discussed this initially yesterday. That's why we're retouching it up today. You can be successful. It's ironic that after you hear Giannis's comments and you read it, your expectations will determine if you're successful.
Ooh.
In this case, just like a lot of things.
Okay.
You're not going to be FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, maybe even Caesars, I would put there.
Well, the first month of mobile wagering was DraftKings, FanDuel, Barstool in Mass. Can Fanatics 5% was Barstool? Can Fanatics get 5% of the market?
I mean, I'd bet the no before I bet the yes. I'd bet the no before I bet the yes. It's just when you start late, your expectations should be, can we get 2.5% of the market? Because if we can get 2.5% of the market of legit customers with constant influx of new ones, maintaining the ones we have, and finding ways to incentivize them to come to us from other places, we got a shot. If you're trying to be the 5% at the beginning, I don't think you can be successful.
I am very curious to see, because mass sports fans, not just
Addison has to leave right now, by the way. Addison will be here May 5th.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Just keep that in mind. We're going to try to get together with Addison.
Sounds
Addison,
good.
have a good rest of the day,
Sounds
sir.
good.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I think people, and I said this yesterday, but I think people in Massachusetts really do like their swag. They like you. They like hats. They like t-shirts. They like gear.
Love it.
So I think the database that Fanatics has, I think they have a pretty good shot of either getting a shot from someone who already has a FanDuel DraftKings account in the state. Somebody will check it out. like you've mentioned before, the first time you walk into a store, if it stinks, you're walking out and never going back. So they got to have their stuff together. The app's got to be good. The pricing has got to be on point. If it is, I think they have a shot at keeping somebody around, given the point system. We haven't seen it yet because Fanatics hasn't done this yet. But if they do what they say they're going to do, which is basically deposit $25, we'll give you a hat. Deposit $100, we'll give you whatever. That they're going to give people stuff.
You know, they did this already with all these other books.
But Caesars doing it is different because of they're not known as a sports gear company.
Okay.
Fanatics has all the gear. If the Celtics or the Bruins were to win a championship, okay, the easiest promotion is deposit $25 and we'll give you your Bruins championship Stanley Cup hat because they have the rights to it.
You know what I would do? And again, if you guys take this idea, just mention that you may have heard it somewhere, like here, maybe on the BVB. But I would welcome them immediately upon launch and say, if you bet a future on either the Bruins or the Celtics and they win, when you cash the ticket, you get the championship merch immediately.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait in line.
Right.
You don't have to order it.
Right.
You are eligible for one of or both if you want, but t-shirt, hat, t-shirt, whatever you pick.
Because WinBet gave they did the odds boost for if you bought a future for the Bruins and the Celtics both to win, the odds boosted the hell out of it.
Yes,
they have a monster liability if not just one, but if both win the championship, WinBet's going to get hit in the nuts hard. Like they're going to take it. But
big time. It's
really unlikely that both are going to win. But they're trying to do that same type of thing. But I think you're right. I think if you just say, look, you're eligible to do this, come on in. I just think I give Fanatics a little bit more of a shot than somebody else simply because they have something to offer that people want that's tangible.
I hope you're right. I mean, I talking to people about a lot of things, both of these names being included. So there's no besmirching anything.
No.
None of it. They each have their own hurdles. I know the systems, the softwares and stuff and things they're using. Make sure the stuff works.
Yeah, I mean, Better's got a branding issue. Like Better going into mass, I can tell you right now, they need a lot of help pushing their name. They got to get people aren't going to know what it is. Fanatics has already market awareness. So the top 3 books coming out.
Not for being a sports book, though.
Sorry again?
Not for being a sports book.
Fanatic? No, but the name Fanatic is known. Just like DraftKings. It was known for sports betting. It was known for DFS. People knew it. Barstool's not known for sports betting. They knew Barstool. It's the same situation.
Right.
They have name recognition in the state. So that gives you immediate opportunity. Now, doesn't mean people are going to bet with you. It's just an opportunity. The people will go, oh, okay, I've heard of that. So it's like if Dunkin' Donuts had a book. Like, oh, okay, I've heard Dunkin' Donuts. Like it's just name recognition in the state. What happens when they go to bet is a huge question.
It's the question.
Yeah. So I think Better's in a different position because I think Better needs to convince people what they are. They need to go. Fanatics say, no,
that's a double hurdle. That's a 2-game parlay. Yes. You have to convince them, 1, who you are and why they should bet with you.
Yes.
And then 2, the shit better work.
Yes, I would agree. Double. I agree with that. So that's why I think Fanatics has a chance. They think they're going to be the next DraftKings FanDuel. I've always disagreed with that assessment. It's a lofty goal. I love when companies set high goals for themselves and hold a standard. That's great. They do have the largest database of anybody out there of sports fans. So it does give them an opportunity. But again, like you mentioned, the product has to be there. If it's not, it's not going to fly. So we'll watch it. We'll see what happens with both these companies as they go in. All right, Celtics -7 tonight against Atlanta. Close it out.
I mean, as a Celtics guy, don't they have to?
100%.
You wore the green, Baby Yoda shirt to match your Celtics lid. I didn't want to wear the Celtics lid. Put it in rotation.
This is where I am for my team. I'm all ears. Let's go. Stop this. I am watching this game in some form or fashion tonight.
Are you?
I have to.
I still have adamantly
The show's at
not
6.
watched 1 second of this series.
Oh.
Only watched the highlights.
So I'm going to get most of it. I'm going to get it's a 5:30 start. I'm going to get
Times to play.
8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific.
What time's the play?
6.
Just record the game. What's wrong with you? You're not watching the game.
I might be able to. I might be able to avoid
5:30 tip, 6 o'clock play. You can't watch both. You're watching the play.
I am. It's okay but tomorrow night I've got to play again, and the Bruins play when the play.
Right. What time's the Bruins game?
Same.
Late 5?
I think it's 4:30, right?
It's hold on. No, I think it's earlier.
It's a 6 o'clock Eastern time start. What? On a Friday?
No, I think it's a 7 o'clock Eastern start. Hold on.
That's all right. 4 o'clock. I can get most of the game in.
It's 4:30.
Yeah, so I'll get a period and a half.
Yeah. And hopefully it'll be.
That's what YouTube
TV.
TV. The thing about YouTube TV, which I absolutely love. One, I love YouTube TV. It's great, but on the phone, the app is unbelievable. It works so well on the phone. So when you're out and you have to watch a game, it works so well. It's faster than my TV because the system is faster. So you're going through from the connection. So yeah, I think
a lot of people talking about that issue. We've been talking about it for a year.
Latency
and all that other stuff. It's just ironic now that people are going, this could be a problem.
We were like, no kidding.
Really?
All right, let's run through some quick hockey before we let go of Sports Grid. The Devils are dogs tonight against the Rangers. Who wins game 5?
The Devils are favored.
They are?
Yeah, they're minus 120 or minus 115 at every joint in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
What flipped that? Because that was not that this morning.
They're home.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I thought it was at the Rangers.
Nope. Devils.
Oh, that's right. Because the road team has won every one. Okay, so I miswrote. I wrote that wrong. Sorry about that. That's why they're favored. Okay. Interesting.
I don't know who wins game 5. Who do you think wins game 5? I really
Rangers.
don't know. Oh, you just said that so matter-of-factly, confidently, they just lost 2 in a row at home.
Devils are a road team. They've been a road team all year.
Devils are a road team.
Mm-hmm. They were the second best road team. Kraken were 1. Devils were 2.
Series over then. If the Devils win tonight, they just go and win game 6 on the road?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Rangers win. Devils win. We're back to a game 7 coin flip.
Wow.
My take on it. Could be wrong. That's what I'm thinking. I think Tampa stays alive tonight. Don't you have to bet the plus 900 on the Lightning to win the series? Don't you have to?
There may be something higher power magical working right now for the Maple Leafs.
Stop this.
They did not. I mean, how could they win that game?
Higher power.
How could they win that game? It might be the time.
What are you talking about?
This might be it.
Nonsense.
What?
Higher power?
They can't win?
No,
Toronto can't win this game and close this series out?
Of course they
this
can.
is it.
No, of course they can. I'm saying, where they lose tonight? I like Tampa tonight.
Do you really?
They got to score first and early.
Who?
Tampa.
Why? They scored first multiple times.
Because you got to
at home and lost.
Because you got to take the starch out of the crowd.
Don't matter.
The Toronto Maple Leafs are listen.
Now.
I'm a Red Sox fan. I can tell you this. The Maple Leafs are the new Red Sox and Cubs. Okay. Their fan base is waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Oh.
Okay. You got to give them the doubt because then the building turns into a morgue and it's easy to do. That's what the Maple Leafs are. They're the cursed franchise. There's no more cursing for the Red Sox. No more cursing for the Cubs. The cursed franchise are the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh boy.
So you got to make them believe. Here we go again. The ghosts are going to show up. You got to make them believe. And if you score first tonight, sphincters get tight.
If they lose this game,
That's what I mean. You have to bet plus 900. You owe it to
They-
yourself. Take whatever money you would spend on a coffee tomorrow morning, whatever that is, $6.50, whatever it is, you've got to put it down at plus 900. Just on principle alone, you must bet Tampa to win the series at 9-1.
$6.50 is a snooty coffee place. That's expensive, is it not? $6.50 for a coffee?
That's a typical, like, I don't know, my cappuccino every day is $6.50. So I don't know. That's what I pay. So that
What
was,
the hell?
that's what I pay
God,
for a cappuccino.
Snooty $6.50 for a cappuccino. You must get a little extra something in there.
Triple.
I don't know.
3 shots.
3?
Yeah.
Well, that explains this every day.
Triple cappuccino, baby.
3 is way too many.
Why
You
is it
can
way
just-
too many?
It's a lot.
It's not a lot. It's a triple cappuccino, just 3 shots. We're all good. I don't get sugary drinks. I get a real coffee drink, but it's a triple.
The panic in Toronto
Goes
if they lose tonight, because I mean, I think Toronto might still be a small favorite down there. It'll be pick 'em.
right.
I mean, they lost both games at home, Perrault. I don't know. This is the grown-up moment for Toronto.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You're not buying it. You're just not this
Bet
people
Tampa.
in Canada.
Tampa over is 4-0 in the series. Bet the streak.
Yes.
Agreed.
We're gonna go under now.
No, no way.
There is. I mean, listen. There's not a lot of bets I say I love because I know better.
Right.
Because you really, you should love your family and love your friends and people. Like you can't really love bets. You can really like it though. Over 6.5, I really like.
Yep.
I really
Vegas is minus 195 tonight against Winnipeg here at home. Oh wow, look at the change. Oh, Superman moment. Look out.
Yeah.
We're taking off it
I was
all.
waiting until we got to the Vegas stuff
All right.
to put out the Vegas. I got the Vegas.
I'm guessing
red hat.
I'm guessing you like the Knights tonight.
It's closeout night tonight here
I would agree.
in Vegas. I'm working on
Tickets?
well,
Oh, look at
I
you.
want to take the kids to experience a little something if I can,
A
but
playoff game.
Bacon Sig is already on the road to Utah,
Right.
so she can't go. The beneficiary of
That would be Kendall.
yeah. But she picked the Jets on, wear something to school day on
Right.
Vegas
You're
day.
right.
And
I got picked. I got offered tickets to this game. I had turned them down.
I would have taken them.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was last week, but someone said, "Hey, there's a game 5. Do you want the tickets?" And I was like, "That's the night of Madeline's play. I can't go."
Yeah. I'll send them a text and see how much. What they got 2?
I
4.
didn't ask. They just said, "Do you need tickets if it's a game 5? Do you need tickets?"
Oh,
I said,
she'll
I don't
reach
know.
out via text and said Dave does because I'll go meet him and take
Okay.
care of it. Now, surprise the wife. If there's 4, I'll take them. If there's 2, I'll take them. But yeah, I think the Knights win, and a
Yeah.
closeout is fun to be at. Winnipeg's put up a hell of a fight, but I think it's over. You?
Yeah, over as well. Game over, both. Series over,
Ooh.
game to go over. Grand Salami is 17.5. Can't we get 10 goals in Toronto, Tampa?
10? Why? Again, that's like having 3 shots in your cappuccino. Like, why can't we just get 8?
Okay. But if I get 8, I think I'm going over 17.5.
Rangers Devils could be 2-1.
Yeah,
No?
that's why I need 10 goals in the
2
Toronto
over,
Tampa.
2 under, and then 6.
It's only 3 games.
Yeah, 2 over. You get 2 goals over the total in Tampa, Toronto.
Mhm.
You get 2 goals under the total in Rangers Devils. And then you got to get just 1 goal over that other one. So, yeah, it's possible. 17.5 over minus a quarter. Boy, putting up the salami's easy, isn't it? It's the same. Just add 5.5, 5.5 is 11. 6.5 is 17.5. Boom. There you go. Pretty easy.
Bet the
Wonder
over.
who bets that?
Bet the over. When do we let go of Sports Grid? Soon, I'm thinking, right?
Very soon, I'm
I
guessing.
think we're up on.
Well, no. Yeah, we're probably within what? 3 minutes, 5 minutes, something like
All
that.
right, we can do a quick Ohtani conversation. It's a Ohtani day for the Angels. They're playing Seattle. Minus 300.
What should it be?
I thought the Mariners were going to be good this year.
Struggling.
What happened? I thought this was the year. I thought Rodriguez. I thought this was going to be the Mariners. You know,
Robbie Ray out for the season.
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
No, I mean, they're 11-14 right now.
Sometimes when a team comes up out of nowhere, not that they came out of nowhere, their expectations were high last year, but they had a successful season. It's hard to recreate that, especially early.
Yeah.
People in Seattle, I love the Mariners. Jose Rodriguez, rookie of the year, all that stuff. Great player. A lot of things happening good in Seattle. What would you make this line?
Wow. They lost 1-0 today to the Phillies.
Yeah, they did. It was a hell of a game. I was watching it while we were on. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like Ohtani today?
I like Ohtani
every day. It's Ohtani against Sears. Yes, Angels win. Angels run line's not a bad bet. This game starts in literally 10 minutes.
Which game is that, sir?
The Giants have won 5 games in a row. This is the team that I asked you when they had won 3 games in a row. I said the Musburger bet the Giant streak.
Yep.
Is it smart to keep doing? Well, now it's up to 5. So if you bet, when we talked about it, when you bet the Giants against St. Louis, they're now 1-4. They've won 5. 2-0. We're going for a 3-0 run here since we started talking about teams that won 3 games in a row to bet the streak. You bet them again. They're minus 160 against St. Louis.
Yeah, you got Webb on the mound.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, just ride it.
Mikolas, though, he's got 7.46 ERA. He's not off to a good start.
No, it's fine.
Mikolas is struggling.
Right. Take our guy Webb there. What's he have? 1 win though? Like Webb's only got 1 win, I think.
Oh, right? Yeah. I mean, it's 1-4 with a 4.44 ERA.
He had some really bad starts early.
Yep.
They didn't hit in a couple of his starts at all. So I don't know. Yes, you bet the Giants, maybe under 2.
Well, it's Giants games. I mean, under at home is kind of you just bet the Giants.
Yeah, but day games, it's maybe an over.
In day games, there? I guess
maybe
the Marine layer. The Marine layer's not there. So, and then the game of the day in baseball is Tampa, Chicago. Cease McClanahan. Like the under 7.
Oh.
Good pitching matchup.
Really good pitching matchup. What's wrong with the White Sox?
They're
wrong with that White Sox team right now.
They're in a division, though, that I don't think you got to panic yet.
No?
I mean, they're 7-18, which is really bad. But they're 7 games back. It's April. And the Twins are 14-11. So it's not like if the Twins were like where the Rays are, where they're 20-5, then I would say it's time to panic.
Right.
But they're not. So
yeah, I think I like over rather than betting again, or I mean under rather than betting the Rays. McClanahan, the Rays are good with him. It's probably Rays and under, but
I like
under. I just got a text from Timmy Santos, Timmy and Big Irv Gotti.
Nice.
Watching the show. Giants fans up there. He sent me the thing. MLB Network just tweeted out, "Are you not entertained with the Pirates link?"
Oh.
This is getting crazy. We can be the team that everybody's talking about now. It's going to be a hell of a summer here, I can tell you that.
Temper expectations, all I got to say.
Don't do this today.
I'm just saying, Lucy with the football. Be careful. You're a Pirate fan.
Keep winning games.
Great. It's April. This is a marathon. This is like having Usain Bolt run a marathon. It's great. You sprint out and then you run out of gas by, mile 5.
Lucky to make mile 5.
Okay. You just got to be careful with
make a mile sprinting.
Where you are. So, better to book it time. We can kind of squeeze this in before we let go of Sports Grid.
Let's go.
We can roll fast with this. Boston, I got 6.5, line 7, Celtics minus 6.5, win, closeout, cover tonight. Better to book it.
punish yourself.
Why? No, Boston. This is betting a favorite in the NBA is not punishing yourself. It's not.
Did you watch the games last night? That's punishing.
No.
You laid them points. You laid that money line.
Yeah,
You lost.
that's your fault though, because either you bet the dog or you bet the money line, one or the other. You bet Miami, you were ecstatic.
Jay Park said, "Stop disrespecting the Buccos."
That's fine. Look at Memphis, right? Memphis against LA. They won. They won the game outright. So
you're going to be at the play. You shouldn't bet this game.
I already bet it. I bet it last night.
Right. You bet it last night.
I bet it last night. I already bet it.
All right. I would say book it. Only because, like, you see what happens. This is the home team that has no shot. They had no shot in game 5. Somehow Boston let them back in. Boston is supposed to house this team tonight. This is supposed to be an alt line play if you're betting the Celtics. Lay 10.5 and take a plus money. But the books are open for a reason. I'm going to say I'll book it because it'll be something silly.
Do they win?
The football. It's going to be hell of a Twitter Spaces on Friday. If the Celtics lose this game, I'll dial in with the Wi-Fi if I'm still in the air to be on the Twitter Spaces. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to bother you tonight because I know you're at the play.
Yeah.
But people are going to be like, ho, ho, ho. I was getting texts last night from people. Panthers are still alive. I'm like, just for one more game.
Yeah. I'm not worried about either one of these games. I told you, I'm not worried about either one. Boston wins tonight. Boston wins a lot tomorrow night. So we'll do them both. First period over 1.5 goals. Toronto and Tampa is 4-0 so far here in the series.
Seattle scored first last night. Again, 5 games in a row. These things with the same teams, the same things kind of keep happening. Yes. Over in the first period in Toronto. Tampa.
Game over 6.5. Tampa and Toronto.
Yes. There's no further discussion. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then finally, Winnipeg and Toronto, Winnipeg and Vegas over 5.5 at -125. I've gone 5-2 the last 2 days betting streaks, and I'm betting streaks again today.
How many games does this go over?
Every game in this series is over 5.5.
Bet it.
So I needed the open net in game 4 because it was a 4-2 final. I may need the open net again tonight for a 4-2 final. Most books are at 6. Circa was at 5.5, juiced to the over.
On this game?
Yep, last night.
Let's see what it is now. Hit refresh. Wow. Everybody came to circus number.
They're down. Wow.
No more 6s.
They came down. Interesting.
Yeah, more 6s.
What's the juice on the over?
-20.
Okay.
Or -1/4.
Right.
Huh.
Which I paid last night.
So you got over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, based on my experiences looking at that screen, I'm going to say book this one now.
Again, open net. But I think Winnipeg could pull the goalie early.
Right.
We could get 2 or 3 open net goals, depending on what Winnipeg does.
Big surprise of the night will be if Winnipeg wins this game. Biggest dog, along money line wise, along with the Atlanta Hawks. But this would be a big surprise.
I would agree. All right, let's say goodbye to Sports Grid. Remember, we are not going to be on live tomorrow, so there's not a replay on Friday night for Sports Grid. We'll talk to you guys for a new show on Monday. The weekend, you guys probably see the Thursday show, so we'll talk to you guys on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. If you guys live on Twitter and YouTube, time for BVB bonus time. All right. Favorite thing about today is what?
Closeout game in town. A lot of hype around. I was out this morning picking up a couple things, and everyone had something Vegas nights or their cars, and like
it's just fun.
It's the best.
It's fun.
There's nothing like it. And for guys that had lived in cities or don't live in cities where there's a team and you had this, hope you can experience it one day because it is fun. And yes, I was in the car We had a couple things going on, as always we do over here at the Sharapan household. Pap's feeling better. He had
Good.
an appointment. That's a good thing. Thank you guys for sending those well wishes, both in the Discord, bvbshow.com, as well as personal texts and DMs. I appreciate all of it. But I got to be honest, I was listening to some music and I was dancing. Lights, camera, action. I posted it. DJ Dump was outstanding again this morning, doing some great work. But the videos that we got from Sonic, the videos that we continue to get from Mikey Awesome, the clips that Farra cuts, and all these things, how this show is kind of growing and morphing. And you guys are taking ownership of the show, which you can only dream of in any business, when the customers become your best word of mouth, advertisers, marketers, whatever the words are that all these people keep talking to us about in these meetings and all this other stuff. You sent one text today that made my day. When you sent that thing to the chicken guy and said, "Who does this?"
Right.
You guys do.
Yes.
Brigade does it. And that made I was sitting in the car. I pulled over after I got the stuff from Duncan, and I just sat there, and because sometimes I'm driving, I can't look at a text, and then I'll forget, and I'll get home, and something's going on here. The kids, the dog, the tree got repaired. Poncho and Jose did a great job with the trees in the front of the house. There's 100 things going on. I forget to look. So when I saw those texts, I pulled over, parked the car, started looking. I had a smile from ear to ear. I was like, I don't know how you do it. Thank you for doing it.
Yes.
I can't wait to get you to do it more. This is
amen
awesome.
to that. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for the time, the energy, and everything, and caring enough to do it as well. We really do appreciate that. So it's game day for me here. Maddie's got 2 plays today and tomorrow. So Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays for the last 4 months, she has gone to school an hour early to go work on this play for Willy Wonka. She got up this morning and was so nervous energy. Like, you just see it, it's, I used to have it with sports and games when I used to get up and you knew that what was happening after school. You're like, okay, this is, I'm getting through the school day and then I got to go perform. And so I'm psyched for her. I'm excited to see her hard work pay off. I'm excited for her. This is the first time she's been in a play with this many kids that she knows. Normally she joins groups of kids in outside of school type of plays. This is all kids she goes to school with. These are kids in her classroom. So, Chris, who's in the brigade, I don't know if he's in their chat or not today. Chris's son, Maxwell, is one of the grandparents. He has a very big role. He's on stage quite a bit tonight. So I'll see Chris there tonight at the play. Got to go buy the flowers and everything else. So I'm excited to play the dad role tonight and to see Madeline on stage and to see her get after it, because she loves to perform. The kid is the one thing she got from both her parents. Her mom likes to perform too, but she likes.
Whoa.
Not that to perform. Actress type of plays, those types of things. Those types of things.
Saying now, I was trying to stop.
No, other things. So that's tonight. So I get done with this and then I get going, and I got to figure out what I'm doing with the basketball game. Most likely, I'm okay with the basketball game because I don't need to watch the NBA games as much as the fourth quarter need to watch the NBA games. No, but hockey's different though. Hockey,
hockey's way different.
Friday night's going to be a little more difficult. I want to watch the Bruins. I really am. I like this. I've come to really like this Bruins team a lot.
It's fun.
When the team
starts playing well, and we've been watching them all season. They set a record. They did things that no one ever did before. It pains me to say it. I like watching them play too.
They're fun.
I do. My team's not in it.
Yeah,
I'm watching them. I'm waiting for them to show a
Krejci coming back and
spot.
So I've got potential of cashing the ticket to the Knights win tonight, and I parlayed the Knights to win their series with the Bruins to win their series. So I want to cash that ticket this weekend. So that will be nice. And then take those. What I plan on doing is taking the winnings from that and then buying all the exactas that I'm interested in taking a look at
right,
hockey-wise, and that's the money I'm going to use to play off of it. So
some ones that might be available that you would have never guessed or gotten before.
which is, I mean, again,
amazing,
I would have lost all of my Colorado tickets because I think the Kraken are going to win that series.
right?
And I would have lost all of my Tampa tickets because I think Toronto's winning that series. So those are two big guns that would have been very much as part of my existence. It's why I waited, because I was like, you know what? I just need to see who makes past second round, because some of these big boys might be gone. And I think they're going to be there, but I don't know they're going to be there. And
Right.
man, if the Kraken make it, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I love the Knights. I would love to see Vegas get back to the Cup Finals, but the Kraken are going to be a story that the country is going to get behind if they beat Colorado.
Well, the Kraken's going to play, if they win, they play the winner of the Dallas-Minnesota series.
Yep.
I mean, if Vegas wins tonight, Edmonton wins tomorrow. We got Vegas, Edmonton. And if the Kings win and extend that series, we could have Vegas, LA. That's going to be electric on the
I want
bottom
LA,
half of the
man.
West.
I want Vegas, LA, but
Gonna be
Edmonton's scary as hell for the Golden Knights.
Right.
That's
No doubt.
That's David. I mean, it's so again, no show tomorrow. We will talk to you guys, but I will be on.
I will be in. Wait, so you're going to do this Twitter Spaces tomorrow?
On at Boston versus the Book on Twitter.
Okay.
Ask me anything for 1 hour. If no one shows up, no one asks, we'll shut it down and go on. But if you want to talk about the show, picks, plays, bets, thoughts, futures, anything, it's just going to be free for all. Just whatever you want to ask. I did it yesterday with my class. It was super fun. So we're going to do it again. Just whatever the hell you want to ask me. There's nothing off limits. Go crazy. Ask me.
And this is occurring at what time Pacific?
11 a.m. Pacific.
That's perfect. I'll already be there.
It's scheduled right now. It's already scheduled, so it's up. So you can set a reminder if you want to go to our at Boston versus the Book Twitter account. Hit the little bell that reminds you that when it goes live, it'll give you a little update or whatever notification that we're live. So we'll do that for an hour from 2 until 3 Eastern time.
That'll be my favorite thing about tomorrow. In addition to going to watch my oldest daughter play softball on the road,
phenomenal, in
a series where they need to take 2 of 4. I'll be at the ballpark.
What do they need it for?
To
qualify,
lock up a spot in the regional.
Nice.
Tournament. So they'll lock up the conference. The top 4 make the conference tournament, the regional final.
Okay.
And they win 2 games. They split the series 2. They will guarantee that they will at least be in the 4th spot. If they keep winning, they could be in the 3 spot, which would change the 2-3 matchup is way better than the 1-4 matchup. They got to play to 1. They're going to be a dog. They got that. They got a couple kids in that lineup that can rake, and they got a number 1 pitcher that throws ridiculous movement pitches. So they would have to beat her in a 3-game series probably twice. Big dogs to do it. So excited. I'm flying by myself, which I have done before and like. And I'm going to be in a hotel room by myself for 2 nights.
Wow.
Well, I'm not allowed to stay where the kid's staying. So daddy got to get a place.
And mom's not coming? Justin going?
Nope. She's staying home.
Oh.
So little bachelor trip for the first time in a while. Since last summer when I went back to Pittsburgh to do the pirate shows. So this will be fun. But I'll jump into Spaces. That'll be fun.
Right.
We'll have some good questions and answers session. That'll be fun.
We'll do that. But if you can't, don't stress, okay? You got stuff that goes on.
Oh, I'm not stressing about anything.
Okay, I got it. So just don't feel like don't kill yourself to get in there.
Enjoy the play.
We'll try it. Have a great weekend. Yeah, that's what Maddie is. She's a squirrel and an Oompa Loompa. So she gets to do both those things. So she's going to be for Willy Wonka tonight. We're back on Monday for another live episode of the Bostonian versus the Book.